Brrrah! What's up my people, my name is Spicey and today we are reading No, Mr. Aquarium Employee, I am not one of my school's teacher. Employee discount? I don't work here though. Man thinks Perry the Platypus works at Stop and Shop. I work there but not at 2 in the morning. And finally, walking the same direction means I work there. But before we get into the story of a kid getting mistaken for an adult somehow, congratulations Commando Girl for the comment of the day. And guys, leave a fire emoji in the comments if you think the video is fire. No, Mr. Aquarium Employee, I am not one of my school's teachers. A bit of background, I went to a very small private high school in Silver Spring, MD, one of the Washington DC northern suburbs. Oh, so you're from the suburbs? I guess you're not from the hood. That specializes in teaching students with learning, anxiety, and neurodevelopmental disabilities. I have disorders in all 3 categories, which is why I was enrolled there. But which disorders they are is not important to the story. If you're curious though, I talk about them in an About Me post on my profile. Now when I say this high school was small, I mean small. Like very tiny. The entire student body size averages around 60 students. Average of 15 per grade. Yeah, that's pretty small. In my high school we were 30 per class and it was 3 classes per year. And that was a small school. Class sizes consisted of about 8 to 10 students. Oh my god. And we were allowed to address our teachers by their first name instead of Mr. or Miss, last name. Naturally, everyone did so and the teachers actually preferred it that way. Now for the story. This story takes place when I was in 10th grade, about 15 years ago. My memory is naturally rather fuzzy on details as a result, but I still remember some. Finally someone with bad memory. High five! That year, my science course was biology. Our awesome biology and chemistry teacher, we will call her Tanya, arranged a field trip up to the Baltimore Aquarium sometime in the late fall or winter. I remember because I was wearing my favorite black wool long coat that day. This was not a guided tour or anything. We were free to roam around as we wished, see whatever we wanted to, as long as we were back in the lobby by a certain time. I want to say at about 1 because school let out at 2:50 most days, and it's at least an hour drive from DC to Baltimore. I spent my time wandering through the majority of the exhibits. One I particularly enjoyed was a 2-stone room with walkways, dark purple and bluish lighting, filled with tanks of the more aesthetically pleasing species of fish, where the water seemed to have an ethereal glow to it. I had to record this 10 times in order to get this one right. And I also specifically made sure I went to see the dolphin show. Dolphins are adorable. Dolphins are super adorable. Especially when I learned they just eat some kind of fish in order to get high or something. That was funny. Most of the time I was with a friend of mine whom we shall call Neil. I had an enormous crush on him and we were pretty close friends, so we spent a lot of time together, which was just how I liked it. Oh, that sucks when you have a crush on one of your best friends and you're scared to say it because if you say it, it might damage the entire relationship or it might be the greatest relationship of your life. I was very lucky to never be in that situation. It seems pretty scary. I have since discovered that our respective sexual orientations are incompatible. So even though I asked him out a few times, he said yes every time, but our plans always fell through. Nothing will have ever come out of it. Oh, this is sad. I lose track of time very easily. That's just the nature of my brain's very outer wiring. Towards the end of the trip, Neil checked his watch and had an oh crap moment. We better get back to the lobby, he told me. Times is almost up. And with that, we started running back towards the lobby. A few other students were in a similar rush and eventually converged with me and Neil. We were almost to the lobby when one of the staff called out to the classmates ahead of us. Hey, no running. Then Neil, who was slightly ahead of me and he was a soccer player and thus more athletic and a faster runner than me, and I came into his view. The staff member looked at me and said, in a mixture of disbelief and mild exasperation, "Damn, even the teachers are doing it?" Neil and I both stopped dead in our tracks and stared at him in bafflement for a moment. Then I said, I'm not the class's teacher, I'm a student. Our teacher is waiting for us in the lobby. Neil, of course, backed me up on this. The staff member blinked, surprised, and said, "You're not? Well, you sure look like you could be. Sorry about the mix-up." Then sternly, But still, no running. Got it? Yes, sir, I replied with a bit of a laugh. And it's okay, these things happen. We said goodbye, then Neil and I resumed our trek to the lobby, now walking as per aquarium rules we had not been previously aware of. I turned to Neil and asked, do I give off I'm an adult, not a teenager vibe or something? Neil shrugged. Well, you do carry yourself in a way that comes across as more mature. Maybe that was it. We made it back to the lobby just a tad late, and Tanya got us all loaded into the van the school uses for field trip, and I told everyone else what happened. We all had a good laugh about it, and I still chuckled about it when I look back on it to this day. So that's it. No real drama, no big fight or anything, no back and forth, no I'm not a teacher, yes you are argument. Just a guy who worked in an aquarium who thought I was older than I was at the time, knew there was a science class there for a field trip and mistook me for that class instructor. Well, I guess my cat decided to be pretty annoying today. Funnily enough, that was not the last time I would be mistaken for a teacher. Since it only takes a few sentences to tell the tale, I would go ahead and tack it on, even though it's not an adult worker lady situation. I was at a restaurant in North Carolina with my dad and his side of the family during my college years. The server came to take our orders, and after I ordered, she remarked, "You're really good at projecting your voice, you know that? Are you a teacher or something?" Not the first time someone thought that, I replied, laughing. But nah, I just know how to do that from my days singing in my school and church chorus. When the server went off to put our orders into the system, my grandma remarked, "It could be your dad family loudness instead, or both," and I laughed. We then returned to a regularly scheduled conversation. I hope that you like this rather calm story and just a bit funny. A simple mistake here and there, funny conversation, a young girl who looks like an adult. That's okay. And for the next story, we have someone who gets the perks of being an employee while not being an employee. I think you can guess what I mean. Employee discount? I don't work here though. This happened a few years ago when I was still in college and would wear my keys on a lanyard around my neck. This has led to people mistaking me for employees before, but this was the first time actual staff confused me. I was at the museum with a friend to see a new VR display, and we went to the museum cafe afterwards for some lunch. Oh no, please don't talk about food, it makes me hungry. When we got to the counter and ordered, the lady told me the total, and it was less than anticipated, missing the price of my hot chocolate. So I asked politely if it had been included in the order, and she reminded me that employees get free drinks. I admitted I was not actually an employee, and she blushed and I blushed and paid for my drink. And then I blushed and she blushed and still blushed and we all blushed and it was all beautiful. My friend laughed at me for the rest of the day and said I should have just taken the discount. Yeah, listen to your friends sometimes. I would have took the discount any day. I'll take it now. A free drink? You think I would pass on that? A free hot chocolate? Oh gosh, I love hot chocolate. I went to a coffee shop once and ordered a hot chocolate and they did not put any hot chocolate in it. It was just warm milk. But I was gone already, so it was too late. Sometimes it pays to look like an employee, or at least you don't have to pay. Man thinks Perry the Platypus works at Stop and Shop. This is a shorter one, but still an interesting one. Okay, first off, this show was the best. I laughed so hard during my childhood when I was watching this. It was so amazing and funny. Just thinking about it makes me happy. It was awesome. For reasons unspecified, I went to the local Stop and Shop wearing a Perry the Platypus onesie. The actual reason was to shoot scene for a music video. It's a long story. Yo, you better share that link. I want to see that music video, you wearing a onesie of Perry. That should be priceless. I was walking down an aisle and a middle-aged man approaches me asking where the cereal is. I have never been in that supermarket in my life, so I say I don't know. He says, okay. He walks away and comes back. The dude gets a bit upset and asks if I work there. No laughter, no smile, no joking tone. Straight face and a serious tone into his voice, asking me if I work there. I am standing in the middle of a Stop and Shop with a light blue Perry the Platypus onesie, and this dude thought I worked there. Okay, so my guess here is that he thought this guy was a mascot or something. But Perry? A mascot? Really? I assured him that I did not work there, but did not mention my outfit. He mumbled something and walked away, giving me looks as he did so. On the bright side, the actual employees got a kick out of my outfit. We got pretty good shots for the music video too. So, all in all, it was a good day. Today was a good day. Dun, dun, dun. I really need to Google that song again. I forgot the tune. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. You can shame me in the comments. I worked there, but not at 2 in the morning. This happened more than 20 years ago when I worked in a bank. Ooh, show me the money, baby. The office was in a small city and the bank was quite popular, so it was normal for customers to stop you on the street in your free time to ask you about small things about their finances. They seem to believe that you work 24/7. I've met these kind of customers before. They are the best ones. They usually stop when you told them you could not help out of the office. They apologized and left. But one of the customers was the icing on the cake. It is about to get spicy. One Saturday night, a group of friends decided to go to dinner and then to dance to a nightclub. Yeah, it's fine. Go without me. In my country, it is normal to have dinner late, around 9 p.m. or later. So when we got to the nightclub, it was over midnight. We went directly to the bar to order some drinks and we looked for a table to place ourselves near the dance floor. We had been there for an hour when, from the dance floor, I heard a scream. Nakomi Faro! Disco, very loud music. Many people and listen to my name. What the F? Oh, by the way, if you didn't get it, Nakomi Faro is the OP's username. A woman was coming toward me, waving her arms like a fan and screaming like a banshee. My friends and I were in shock. When she approached, I realized that she was a regular customer. She always came at the last minute and asked for impossible or absurd things. At that time, I could only think, oh my god, problem is coming. Sure enough, that woman grabbed my arm and climbed up to my ear to shout at me in the middle of the nightclub at almost 2 a.m. on a Saturday night that her credit card has been swallowed by the ATM. I let go as best as I could and I separated from her. I pointed to my friends who were looking at her and I answered very kindly. I am very sorry, but it is 2 in the morning. I am not working and I can't help you. Come to the office on Monday and I will try to solve your problem, or call this phone number. This is the customer service of the card company. And quickly, I got between the people. I reached my friend and I told them, let's go to another disco because she will never leave me alone. And we did that, thinking this will be the end of the story. But nope. When I went to work on Monday, my boss told me that she had called him on Sunday at his home. I don't know how she got the phone number to complain about me and demand that I was fired for not go to the office on Saturday at 2 in the morning, open the ATM and return the card. I no longer work in the bank, but my boss and I are still good friends, and whenever we see each other, we still laugh with that story. Hey you, it is 2 in the morning. Do what you have to do at your day job. Yes, of course, sir. I'll do whatever is possible to help you because when I am an employee, I work 24/7 for my customers and I appreciate them and I love them and I will do whatever is possible for you. Yeah, sure, right. Walking the same direction means I work there. This is not really a bad encounter, just a funny one. Also, I'm sorry if this is spaced out weird. I have a bad understanding of what point to start another paragraph when I am writing and not have a huge block of text. Anyways, well, maybe you could have done it after you've wrote it. Just saying. I was in a bookstore in the mall with my husband. I wandered off for a moment and we lost each other. So I went off down the main path down the store and kept looking right and left down each aisle for him. There was another person walking the same direction with his son, slower because they were browsing. I just awkwardly walked slowly behind him when I catch up, unable to pass because I didn't want to be rude and brush past him. I have Asperger's and a little situation like this makes me anxious because I start feeling awkward and think others will look at me and notice how awkward I am, thus making me more anxious. So the dude turns and notices me and asks me if he's in my way. No, sorry, I was just looking around for my husband. Sorry. I'm pretty sure I stuttered some of that out. He's all like, oh, alright, and keeps walking ahead while I follow behind him still, feeling like a weirdo because it probably looks like I'm following him because of the painstaking slow pace I am walking behind him. He turns again and asks "Do you work here?" I again stutter a "No, I don't. Sorry." He makes a very confused face before walking down an aisle. I scurry away and find my husband a couple more aisles down and tell him someone asked me if I work somewhere I didn't for the first time. He laughs with me that the guy would think that after I told him I was looking for my husband. It's funny how people now celebrate "I don't work here lady" moments, because once you get into the subreddit and this happens to you, you just know, you're like, oh, it just happened to me, finally, for once. You're kind of excited, and normally it would just be something normal, but now you're excited. You have a story to tell. Hey, did you like this "I don't work here lady" video? If you did, check out my playlist right here. I bet you will love it. These videos take me a lot of effort to make, so if you can show me some support by liking the video and subscribing, this will mean the world to me. Also hit the bell button to know when we post a new video and join the notification gang. Thank you again for watching episode 75 of "I don't work here lady." See ya!